Yellow class, I hope you had a great day yesterday. Today I'm just going to talk you through some of the things that I'd like you to get on with today for your home learning. So as always, we are going to start off with our phonics. Now today we are thinking about that long A sound again, and we are looking at it being made by the AI, by the vowel digraph AI, and this usually comes in the middle of words. So what you've got in your pack is you have got a little card that looks like this. What I'd like you to do is find this card, and then you need to cut each of these letters out so that it's a card on its own, because we're going to be playing a game called Full Circle, and what you need to do to play that game is you need to move the letters round to build some words that I'm going to read out. So you might want to pause your video now. And once you've cut the letters out, we'll get on with making the words. So the idea is with Full Circle is that you go through lots of words and then you end up with the word that you started with. So the first word is pain. Pain. P-A-N. Main. Have you got the main course? Mail. Can you deliver the mail? Tail. My dog has a furry tail. Rail. Trail. Follow the trail into the wood. Train. Please sit quietly on the train. And pain, so we should be back to the beginning, which is full circle. So well done, we've got those words. Right, in our guided reading this week, we are thinking about that book, Don't Put Your Pants on Your Head, Fred, by Carol Hart. And I'll put the link for the story on the website today. I'd like you to think about what instructions would you give the soldiers to help them get dressed properly. So Fred's sister tries to help him, but by the time he gets to the soldiers, he's forgotten all the things he has to do to dress sensibly. So see if you can write out a set of instructions that Fred should follow to make sure he's getting himself dressed sensibly. And again, when we're doing writing, we need to remember our capital letters and our punctuation, which will probably be a full stop. You might have an exclamation mark or a question mark. If you've got instructions, you might want to number your instructions or use bullet points, but it's up to you how you want to do those. So write some instructions explaining how the soldiers should get dressed. So we're going to start off today counting back in twos, and if we remember those numbers, so we got 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So we're going to be counting back, so we'll actually be going up these numbers. We're going to start from 100. So we've got 100, 98, 96, 94, 92, 90, 88, 86, 84, 82, 80, 78, 76, 74, 72, 70, 68, 66, 64, 62, 60, 58, 56, 54, 52, 50, 48, 46, 44, 42, 40, 38, 36, 34, 32, 30, 28, 26, 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. And today, can you write all of the pairs of the numbers which add up to make 13? So you might want to go and get yourself a pen and a piece of paper, pause the video, have a go at writing them down, and then we're going to have a look back through them. So pause the video now. Right, let's have a look at those pairs of numbers to see which ones you came up with. So we've got 13 and 0, 12 and 1, 11 and 2, 10 and 3, 9 and 4, 8 and 5, 7 and 6. I haven't written all of the others, but basically you can swap all of those round to make another set. So you can have 6 and 7, 5 and 8, 4 and 9, 3 and 10, 2 and 11, 1 and 12, and 0 and 13. So when you add all of those up, it makes the number 13. So today we're carrying on with our division. So remember, division is the same, well that's not the pen, division is the same as sharing. We are sharing something out, okay? And it's shown by this symbol here. This is our division symbol. And when we're having a look, we might need to draw a diagram so that we can share out these things. So if we were thinking about 14 and we were doing 14 divided by 2 or shared into 2, we might draw ourselves 2 groups and then we're going to share out those 14 things equally. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And what you've got in each of these is your answer. So I've got 7 here and 7 here. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. So you may need to do a diagram, but you may be able to calculate these in your head. If you want to give yourselves a little bit of a challenge today, you might start to think about remainders. Remainders are where you have some left over. So if I think about the number 9 and I try to divide it by 2, straight away when I look at that number 9, I know that that is an odd number, so I know that's not going to be shared equally into 2. So I can draw 2 circles, I can share out my 9 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no! What can I do with the one left over? I put that down here, and my answer is going to be 4, oh, let me just swap the pen, is going to be 4 remainder 1. Now, anybody that tries that today, there are a few children in the class who have had a go at that, but there aren't very many. So just be careful with that, parents. If you want to try that today, most of the children haven't had a go at doing remainders, so you might want to start the lesson doing some of these numbers and then maybe have a look at these at the end if you think you're doing really well. It's up to you to judge, to have a think about how you're getting on with that. So, today, thinking about the lighthouse keeper, what I want you to do today is come up with a story about the lighthouse keeper. Now, when we think about stories, we think about how something has maybe gone wrong and how somebody tries to fix it. So we're going to start off our story maybe with once upon a time there was a lighthouse keeper. You might do the same story that we've already read. You might base a story on the lighthouse keeper and his lunch. We know the lighthouse keeper has got a cat. Maybe his cat goes missing and he goes to look in several different places, but he's not there. And then at the end of the story, you'd have to work out where he finds him. Maybe the bulb or the light on the lighthouse isn't working and he tries lots of different things, but he can't get it to work until he does the right thing at the end of the story. Maybe something's happened to Mrs. Grinling, maybe she's had to go away and he's got to sort out going to the shops and buying his own food. And maybe he has a bit of a disaster and buys some of the wrong things. Maybe he's trying to make something and it goes wrong. I don't mind how you want to do your story, but you need to think about how the ideas are going to link together. And remember, you are going to be writing your story on Wednesday and Thursday, so try to think about how you can extend that story and try to think how you can make it interesting through some of those language choices that you make, by those adjectives, those interesting words that you can use. Right, our handwriting today, we are going to be writing some words with that A, that A-I in the middle. We have got the word mail to begin with, so this is the mail that we would deliver. Up down, over and over into our curly A, short I, tall owl, dot the I. Then we've got sail. We come up, wiggle, wiggle, off at the bottom, into the A, into the I, and again that tall owl on the end. Rail. Now R, if you remember, R comes straight off. We go straight into that A, the I and the owl. There's no need for you to come down to go into the A, because that starts to look a bit more like an N. Then we've got main, up, down, over and over, into a curly A, up into an I, up and over, into the N, to write the word main. So you've got your handwriting today. Now, today you are going to be making your winding mechanisms. I'm going to do a little bit more of an input on that on a separate video that you can watch, because I've started making one at home, and you can have a look at what I've done and how I might finish that off, and I'll show you a bit more that I've got done. So have a go. So you need your plan. You might need your notes from the PowerPoint just to give you a few ideas about your winding mechanism. But have a go at making it today, and then when you finish making it, in your pack you have got an evaluation. So it's space for a photograph at the top. You could draw a picture, or you can just leave that blank if you haven't got a chance to get to a photo. My winding mechanism is good because, so tell me what's good about it. Try to think about the winding mechanism. Try to come away from maybe some of the decorative things like the waves and the sea that you put on. Think about your winding mechanism and why it's good. And then if you were going to make it again, how would you make it better? So you're evaluating what you've done. So those are your sessions for this afternoon. You're making and then your evaluation. Oh, so there's the evaluation on there. And then get physical. I did Joe Wicks again today. I haven't done it for a few weeks. That was a bit tiring. Also had a go at the New Forest School Sports Challenge, and I managed, I think it was 37 speed bounces today. So if you had a go at the speed bounce, do send that in, and I will send that off to Mr. Cross. Today's activity, again, we're still thinking about athletics. You need to put 4 markers on the floor, and it says here roughly 1.5 meters apart. I'm not sure I'll be able to do that in my garden, so you'll have to try your best with that. I'm not quite sure, I can't visualise it in my head, but that seems quite long for my garden. What you have to do is you have to run in and out of the 4 cones and back down, and you have to do that 4 times, and you need to get somebody to time you, and your fastest time is what you need to send in to me today, or tomorrow, sorry. You need to send that in so that I can record it down. Okay, so that's your challenge for the New Forest School Sports Partnership. Thank you to everybody that's been doing those. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing all your winding mechanisms. Take care, Yellow Class.